Hello, my name is Dave Dixon. I live in Northern California and I'm starting a YouTube channel on designing swimming pools. I've been involved with the construction, design, sales for 40 years in Northern California, and I'm going to focus on designing and doing the designs in front of you. I did have an event, a health event, a couple months ago, and it really made me stop and think, wow, maybe I should get some information out to people before I'm not around to do that. So I wanted to start the channel so that I could meet with people, create a community, maybe get a lot of information back on you, how to make my channel better, and also possibly design pools for people remotely, through Zoom. I think that could be possible to do. So I'll tell you a little bit about the process of how I do it and a little bit about my credentials. As I mentioned, I've been doing it for 40 years in Northern California and 28 years at the same company. My degree was in economics from California State University, Sacramento, but I can pretty much say that has not helped me in terms of designing, but it has helped me a lot in my life choices of investments and things like that. Economics to me is very interesting, and I do plan on talking a little bit about economics, maybe not on this channel. I do have two other channels. One is one that has been around for 14 years, and it's a channel involved with my hobby, which is building cars, and maybe some of the prominent ones people know of is the Batmobiles that I built. So that will be under a channel called Bat Builder, and I'm resurrecting it, saying I'm back. And then my second channel is going to be California Dreamer, and I like to talk a lot about California relationships, probably money issues, how to do some economics, budgeting, that kind of stuff is what I'm thinking about doing, where those will be more just sitting and talking. Where this one I want to get design. I want to have the overhead camera. I've already done a couple of them, but every year I'll do a certain amount of design, so it would be nice to have that on video, and maybe my kids might want to look at it later, or maybe it can help somebody. That's what I'm really hoping, that it can help somebody. So if you have any questions about the construction of swimming pools, I hope that you'll ask your questions, and we could create a community where I could help you, and you can definitely help me because I'm new to YouTube. The specialty for the company that I work for right now has been high quality pools but simple designs. So in our area, we'll get a lot of people, they'll approach me when I come to their house saying, I hope you're not like the other guy, because he was $120,000. And for us, most of our pools, they start in around 60, and I've done a couple of them in the 50s, 57, 58. But that's where the price of pools are starting. When I started designing pools about 40 years ago, I remember a guy having a conniption fit. I'm not sure if you know what a conniption is, but old people usually do. It's where they just completely freak out. And he was freaking out because I told him the pools at that time was $14,950, and he couldn't believe it because he had paid like $80,000 for his house, and how can it be that much? And here we are 40 years later, and our pools are coming in at $60,000. And that's pretty much a simple pool. And I'll even want to break down a little bit about how we price it out. It'll be different in different areas, but some of the costs are they're high. Other than a house, a swimming pool is usually going to be your biggest expense, other than maybe a car nowadays. Trucks are just ridiculously high. I know I'd love to have a diesel truck like my neighbor, but I'm not going to spend $85,000 to get one, so I'm happy with my truck. I like to describe my process. I usually make an appointment to go out and meet with somebody. These are generated leads coming from our company. And so I have to make sure I'm on the ball. I have to call them, set up an appointment, turn it into the company when I plan on meeting with them. and then make sure I'm out there on time. We have a philosophy from the old school where you confirm that appointment before you go out there, and the only two reasons you're not out there is either you're dead or you're dying. So I always show up. There have been times I haven't, I've had to reschedule, maybe because of the birth of my son, but other than that, we need to be there on time. If you're not, it doesn't start the conversation off the best way. I like to probably talk in my video about building codes in California. I think they are some of the most stringent codes. And so I think that wherever you're living, if you're going to build a pool, either with a contractor or you're going to build it yourself, I think that most places your building codes may be easier than they are in California. But it's still interesting to know why they have a code set a certain way and just how that will affect your project. What I'm going to be showing you on this channel is mostly once I've done the design, then I'm going to finish it up, bid it out, and then price it out. So in our case, it's actually 2 different appointments. So thank you for looking at my third video that I've done on YouTube, and I heard the first 10 are going to be crappy, so I hope you do come back. That's important to me. And would like to build a community as my most important thing, of maybe like-minded people, even some designers. That might be interesting to do. I'm very non-confrontational. I am from California, so we're pretty laid back over here. And I'm hoping that you can subscribe to the channel so that you can keep in contact with me and watch from my videos. Maybe even look at the other channels that I'm going to build and create, and one I'm going to resurrect. And then I do promise that if you do subscribe, I will get better. I'm very committed to getting better. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I've learned a lot from YouTube videos. And so I'm hoping that together we can learn a lot. Thank you for your time, and I promise I will get better.